Okay, so today's intention is not my burden. I just did a meditation and it was asking me to see the people that I love. And I really noticed myself thinking about my friends with their smiles. Being around a campfire with the warm glow around us and their warm and happy smiles and the joy that I have received from just watching them being joyful around the fire. And I was calling in my visions of my kids as well. And I recognized that I quickly turned away from that because I felt the burden of all of their stuff as adults when I was trying to envision them as adults. And it occurred to me that I don't see them that way. I see them as a child when I think of them and the joy that they have. And it occurred to me that that's the part that's my responsibility. That is the part that was mine, that I helped create. My child was this beautiful, happy thing up until school started, basically. And then things went downhill from there. I'm not saying my kids aren't happy now. They're definitely less joyful and happy than they were as children, and I think we all are. We all start gathering that baggage as soon as we start experiencing the world on our own. And it's so nice when we were protected and loved in that bubble of safety from our parents. When anything went wrong, they were there to help fix it and deal with it right away. First of all, why don't we deal with ourselves and our own issues that quickly? Why don't we stop and take time to deal with the things that are bothering us in this moment? First of all, I find that we get so busy that we don't do that. And it is such a powerful thing to create that safe bubble of love. And I had such a good, safe bubble when I was a child. And now I'm having to unpack all that extra stuff that I had afterwards. And the thing is that as adults, we need to recognize that we can't protect our children from everything forever. They do have a journey to go through on their own. And second of all, that we did that. We did that for our children. We created that safe bubble until they were out on their own. And as much as we tried to help be there and continue that safe bubble and fix things as they learned new things out on their own, it's just not possible to continue steering for them for their whole lives, So the burden that is yours, if you were a shitty parent and you did not give your child that safe bubble, yeah, deal with that. That is your burden. If they were not a happy child, great, deal with that. But if you're an adult and you're worried about them as an adult, deal with yourself first. And deal with anything that you can deal with them, of course, but connect with that child that they were, because that is the piece that's yours. The rest is not yours. The rest is their own to deal with. And as much as it might hurt to let them have that experience, they need to. And the same with friends, the experiences that you have with them, great. Those are yours. You can own any stress from those interactions. But if you are worried about your friend off at a new job or something that you think that they're not going to handle well, it's not your place. It's not your burden. It is theirs. It is their journey to travel. And if they don't appreciate you meddling or whatever, that is a good indicator that you're in places that are not yours. And if they come to you with things that they want to share with you, then yes, that is yours. You can help them with that. That is something they're asking you to deal with. You need to be welcomed in before you can go offering that advice, that energy, that whatever. But as a person who wants to connect to my children, I'm recognizing that I need to start fresh from that point that they were mine. I need to start focusing on that piece and kind of unpack the things that happened in that time. And yeah, just really go from there. So, yeah, I release the things that are not my burden.